few minutes here with Joe Koff. Joe, I know it's kind of tonight tough to ask you to reflect, but any chance after Supercard of Honor is over that you'll have a chance to reflect, because you know you have a sellout, but this has been kind of the talk of this weekend, Supercard of Honor. When do you get a chance to reflect, or do you think it's on to the next show? Because I heard you in previous interviews before saying we'll evaluate and stuff like that, but without evaluation, we're talking about reflections. When do you get a chance to reflect on a night like this?
Actually, I'll be reflecting right after the show is over. I'm a big believer in journaling, and as close as possible to the event that I want to reflect on, I kind of start thinking about it, taking my own notes, taking my own personal assessment of what has happened, what I liked, what I didn't like, what we could have done better, what we should have done better. We'll put that all into a logical order of thinking and see how it applies. Obviously, I am focused on next weekend after this week. Tonight, I'm focused on tonight, and you asked me to project past tonight. I'll probably be an emotional wreck, and I'm a very emotional guy, but I'm a very proudful guy, and I'm really proud of my organization. I can look around this room, and even when Carrie Silken handed me the baton, basically, we are all in this together. You know, that we really are. We all care. It's the most unselfish group of people I've ever worked with. We all have a common end, and I think we're going to see that culminating tonight. I expect, as I expect every Ring of Honor event to be, to over-exceed any expectation that's out there, because that's what we do. But we also have matches next week and 2 weeks after that, and then a global, a War of the Worlds tour. I mean, it's not like we have a lot of time to think about what we need to think about, but I'm a believer if you do things the right way and you practice them, because practice is permanent, extraordinary things will happen. And we're an extraordinary organization, and we're able to critique ourselves non-judgmentally. We're able to look at what we did really well and build on that. We're able to see what we could have done better and try and improve that. And I think that's how I think of this business. It's a little bit different than probably other guys you might have been talking to.
I heard in that response you mentioned global. How has your relationship with New Japan helped the, progress, maybe quicker than most expected, of Ring of Honor, help you guys in a global aspect? Because in the U.S., you guys are, people are noticing. But how do you think globally you think your partnership with New Japan or any other organizations helped you guys out?
Well, our real true global relationship, we have a relationship with CMLL, of course, in Mexico. Not as big as the New Japan. But New Japan is probably a little bit more evolved as an organization from a media standpoint and from a promotion, a touring promotion and stuff like that. Plus, it's not a language, but even though there's a language barrier, there's not the same kind of language barrier. Lucha Wrestling, CMLL style, is a little bit different. Ring of Honor and New Japan Wrestling is similar in a lot of ways. Certainly from a philosophy, ideologically, and physically, I think our guys match up, no pun intended, really well with that. I think, though, it's been an incredibly synergistic relationship, because I get that question a lot. You probably read my thing. I'm always asked about New Japan and how has it helped us. And I would really say, honestly, and I was just sitting with Tiger, and we love each other from a standpoint of business but also respect. Well, how much have we helped New Japan? I mean, I don't think it's a one-way street when it comes to that. And I think sometimes we get mired in that, like without New Japan. Well, Ring of Honor didn't have New Japan for a long time. And when I say this kind of a relationship, we always had New Japan wrestlers and stuff. We're a brand, and we're a style, and we're finding out what we need to be doing at the time. I can't worry about what was yesterday. I can't worry about what's tomorrow. I really we're in a special place right now. All of these people had no idea at some point in their life that they were going to be here this day, but we're all here today. We're all having special moments. We have to make sure we capture them and understand why and enjoy them. So I love that relationship, but again, they're a business, I'm a business. And we've seen businesses really thrive together, and we've seen businesses in situations kind of separate. Right now, we're both in a very good place. I hope they feel the same way I do. But I really think we've helped as much as they've helped.
That is a great point, too, because that is right. A lot of people say, New Japan, but, Ring of Honor, you have guys like the Bucks go over there, and they promote, and now that they want to expand into the United States, of course, in Ring of Honor, maybe this year you'll get that, how does Ring of Honor help New Japan, but you're right about that aspect, right? Not everyone goes, how does Ring of Honor help New Japan?
Yeah, I mean, I like kind of being always the underdog. because people just, I think they like that scrappiness about us. But I really, I'd like our guys to stand on their own merits, that we're not being helped. We're doing it on our own. I mean, the fact that I have a huge distribution system behind me, I will always be presenting wrestling. And as long as I have a product, guys will be developed. And, the Dalton Castles and Matt Taven in the Kingdom, and these guys are our guys. I mean, they started with Ring of Honor, and they're growing with Ring of Honor. And Jay Lethal, I mean,
Franchise of
he's amazing to me, and he knows it. So we're happy.
how, for example, you always have to make your talent homegrown, but then you have cases like Cody, where a guy like Cody comes along, and it's like a great opportunity for you guys. How do you think
It's a great opportunity for him.
Yes.
You see, we have to change that narrative. I mean, I don't want you to think that the reason why Cody is here, the reason why the Bucks are here, is because of the environment that we offer them domestically as a domestic product. I mean, if they were in other organizations, I can't speak for a lot of other organizations, they would be told what to do. We know what we want them to do. We want them to be them, because that them is the best that's being offered. We don't need to change any of that. But that's why Cody is here. Cody is here because he found that there is life beyond other promotions. The Young Bucks are finding there is life. Bully is finding there is life. Why? Because it's a great place to be working. If you're in this business, what a great place.
Now you're growing. You have places like Honor Club that you've just opened up for the fans. Any more things in 2018 that you guys want to do, or is it like you said, a marathon?
We always want to do stuff. I would be remiss if I didn't have things to do. Honor Club is a big project for us, and we're not necessarily done developing it out. It's a work in progress, and we have put out pieces of it that I think are fantastic. It will only improve as our product improves. The Honor Club improves, and as fans keep coming, the experience improves. We're a very experiential company. I want the experience in the arena to be matched with the experience in the home, to watching on a DVD. However you experience and consume Ring of Honor, I want it to have a very positive vibe to it.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your
Thank
time.
you.